Good morning, everyone, and welcome back in. If you were with us a little earlier, you know we were trying to establish a conversation with Vicki Cunningham Higgins. 25 years ago, she was a cheerleader at Oak Grove High School. They were practicing in the gym when the April 8th tornado hit. They all survived. This is the aftermath of it. The school destroyed. It was a shocking time for all of us. We lost 32 people in that storm, and it really changed the landscape of that area out there, headed down to the Warrior River, Rock Creek, Oak Grove. And Vicki joins us. She is now a mom of 3. She joins us from her home in Trussville. We've reestablished with her. Vicki, you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, it's much, much better. Well, first of all, 25 years ago, obviously you were, a young girl cheerleader at Oak Grove, and y'all were practicing there in the gym. At that time, did you know there was severe weather possible?
We did not. The only way we knew was before practice was over, some of the moms started coming in saying they were starting to give warnings about the weather.
Yeah, well, none of us could have known how bad it was going to be, certainly at that night. So the tornado comes through and it hits the school. Walk us through the best you can what happened.
So what happened is some of the moms took their children early, and some of us didn't have parents there, so a few stayed with us. And I can remember there was some debate about, should we go in the bathroom? Should we go against the back wall? So we actually moved a few different times, and we decided to go in the gym, which was pitch black at the time. And
because
the power
had already gone out, right?
Yes, the power was out at this point, and the suction from, I guess, the tornado slammed all the doors shut, and we just dropped where we were.
Oh my gosh. And so
it was super loud. I just remember it being so loud. The girls, all of us were screaming, holding each other's hands. The moms actually didn't make it in the gym. They were in the lobby, which was still standing. But we were in the gym that completely came down on top of us.
So the couple of moms that were in the lobby, they had no idea what they were going to face when they got to you, did they?
No.
All right, so after it passed and you realized what was around you, what did y'all do then?
When it finished, you could still hear like bricks crumbling for a little while, and none of us moved or said anything for a few minutes. I mean, in shock, obviously. And then as we stood up, just seeing the sky above us, we started crawling over because the moms in the gym were yelling out in the lobby were yelling out to us. So we started crawling over rafters and bricks to get to that lobby.
And of course, you found out later how devastating the storm was. 25 years later, what do you think about? I know last time I talked to you, it still bothers you when storms come through, does it not?
It does, yes. And just thinking about this day every year, it's still, just the trauma, now knowing it was trauma, still brings back this. I can go back to that night. But yes, storms are very serious, and I still get nervous.
You have 3 children now. You're married with 3 children, and so you've had so many blessings since then, living now in Trussville. Do you, and we're just looking at some of the pictures of you and your family. So one of the big moments, though, was that, of course, the school was destroyed, and they rebuilt the school. Do you remember that first football game when you were cheering that night? Talk about that for a moment. What did that mean to y'all?
I mean, just the new school opening was so big because we had been moved around from trailers to schools that weren't really established to have a second school there. And I mean, I think everyone had the same feelings of relief, and kind of once that first football game came, it was like, we can finally put that behind us and move forward.
What have you told your kids, if anything, about that? How have you talked to them about what happened that night?
Oh, they always want to hear the story, especially when they know I'm going to do an interview. But, they know tornadoes are serious. We have a basement, and we have our helmets down there, and I actually even keep extra shoes down there because I can remember that night there was power lines down, there was gas leaks. I can still remember all the debris and everything I had to walk over. So actually I have rain jackets in that closet, helmets, and shoes, and they know.
Wow. You know, it's something certainly we will never forget, and we know it's hard, but we appreciate you sharing all these years that you have with us. And 25 years later, you're just beautiful. Your family's beautiful. I'm so glad to see you're doing okay.
That's so sweet, and it just is a reminder every year of God's protection over us and the seriousness of taking weather seriously.
All right, I know tomorrow on the anniversary, y'all going to hug each other a little tighter, and we'll be thinking about all the folks and what they went through. Vicki Cunningham Higgins. Vicki, thank you, darling.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back.